What is going on, you guys? It's your friendly neighborhood revolutionary here, and me and a couple friends just went to see The Hobbit and Medea's Christmas, so I thought I'd do a review on it, since this was probably one of the greatest movies I've seen since like ever, because this movie is absolutely great. Um, let's start off with the acting in this movie. The acting in this movie was absolutely great. Bilbo, which actor is Martin Freeman, he was a really like the acting of Bilbo is great. It feels like this is actually real. And Gandalf, which is Ian McKellen, he did a great job in the movie too. And if you guys thought The Hobbit 1 was kind of boring and that they had like a lot of times where they would just walk, this movie is different. Trust me about this. This movie, like, there is so much more action than The Hobbit. The Hobbit has some action scenes, but not a lot. The Hobbit 1, by the way. And this movie has so many action scenes. And the action, by the way, it's not just like any regular action. Like, it's different. It's good. It's really good. And the marks, the elves in this movie, they play a huge role in the movie. So the elves and like just the main character of the elves, he's this blonde guy. I really don't know what's his name or whatever. I forgot. I don't know why, but this blonde guy. So he is really like his action. I loved his action because he would use the bow and he can't miss with the thing. He got like a couple clats in there. It was just great. His acting was great. The action in that movie is just spectacular. The movie is great. Honestly, like, if you guys have to see this movie. Like, there's so much more action, there's some comedy, the story is really easy to follow along, and I know you guys might think 2 hours and 40 minutes, that's such a long time for a movie. Trust me, if you are a Lord of the Rings fans or a Hobbit fan, you will absolutely adore this movie. It did not feel like 2 hours and 40 minutes. It felt shorter. It was really good. The storyline moved along very swell and very good. And in the words of my friend Nick, it was actually absolutely smugalicious. It was absolutely beautiful. The visuals of the movie, oh my god! Like, from The Hobbit 1 to Hobbit 2, it only took a year. I think, or my friend Kyle thinks, that they just filmed it once and it took them like 5 years or so, and they're just releasing the movies at different times. Which, by the way, is a very smart idea. The reason for me thinking that it probably took 5 years for this to make these movies and they're releasing at different times, or my friend Kyle thinks, is probably because the visuals are just so good. Like, the editing in this movie is great. Me and Kyle, we think that there's a little too much motion blur. Like, sometimes, like, it's crazy. Like, you can not focus on anything. Like, during, like, these scenes where, like mountains, like, not mountains, but, like, rock crumbles really hard on, like, the dragon and stuff like that. And, so there's a lot of motion blur. It might get a little weird. You might get a little disfocused. And, but that's only a little bit. And it doesn't really hurt your eyes, but it just feels really weird. And, I would definitely recommend you guys seeing this movie in IMAX. We didn't see it in IMAX because it's $21. It's a crazy amount. But if you have the money, see it in IMAX. Because there's so many scenes where, like, the dragon is like just pushing out his fire, just breathing fire into like your screen. So if you were in IMAX, the fire would be coming at you, and it would be like awesome. Like, I would be like, honestly, I think like if the fire came at me in IMAX, I would scream or something, like get scared, because honestly, like, this movie is built for IMAX. Built. It would be such a better experience. Like, I might actually one day go back and see this movie in IMAX next week or something like that, because I really want to. And this movie, like, I would see it again and again because it's so good. The story is so good. The flow of this movie is great. There's not many scenes where you're bored. You're usually always interested in the movie and in the storyline itself. The acting is great. The visuals are great. Everything about this movie is great. If you're on the fence of watching this movie, I guarantee you that you will like it. If you're any kind of Lord of the Rings or Hobbit fan, or if you just are your frequent movie watcher, I guarantee you like this movie. This is definitely one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. Just by the visuals, because this movie, it's great, it's beautiful, and sometimes in some scenes it's really ugly because some of the scenes are really poor and it's disgusting, but it does not matter. Like, honestly, like, the mountain, it's beautiful. It's like everything is basically perfect in this movie, except like there's so many different like scenes, and you can't really keep up with all the characters because they all have like a different story and stuff like that. And I really like this movie because in this movie the elves and the orcs play a huge role, and Smug plays a giant role in the movie. And in the last movie you didn't even see him, you just saw his eye, or maybe like a backlash of what happened. But in this movie, Smug is like at the end, he's all around, and like at the end, it just shows like a little spoiler of the movie, like what's gonna happen. It's like the ending scene, and I was just so mad because I just wanted to see what happened at the end because it leaves you wondering what's gonna happen, and they're gonna get the next movie out in a year or two or so, something like that. And when it comes out, you better believe I'm going first day, because the second is amazing, and the third one will probably be even better. Because in the second, the orcs are preparing for war, but they didn't go to war in the second, so in the third one, they must be going to war. And you don't even believe the action that is going to be happening in the third one. Hopefully they do it right. Hopefully they just add all action. And yeah, I really like this movie. My favorite character was the elf, the blonde elf. That was really me. Like me and my friends love that guy because he's sick. And you'll see in the scenes if you go see this movie. 10 out of 10 for visuals, acting, and everything. Visuals, I give it a 15 out of 10. Acting, I give it a 15 out of 10. And action, I give it a 14 out of 10. No, actually, 20 out of 10. And story flow, I give it a 15 out of 10. And then like times where like they're just walking, I give it like a 10 out of 10, because sometimes it's like very short, but usually you're really interested in it. Like, it's not all action, like you get interested in this movie too. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Please like, it will definitely get my channel a little bigger, and hopefully this video gets at least like 300 views, because my Batman Rises review got like a bunch of views. So please like, it'll make my video more out there. And thank you really much for watching. Go watch this movie.